Miami? Happy Sunday. The weekend isn't over. We've got more spring break happening in the city, and it's already showing up in the news. Did you guys hear? Gunshots were in Miami. In Miami Beach. Oh my God, what a shocker. Can you believe it, guys? There were gunshots in Miami Beach. I think we should normalize these activities. This ain't news to us. This is a very normal thing to occur. Of course, there's going to be violence in a place where there's expensive meals, there's women in bikinis, there's people partying, there's aggressive people from all over the world meeting here, right? Let Miami Beach do its thing. How do we know as human beings that the beach, it gave us life, right? We evolved from the ocean and we walked on land, and then we go back into the ocean when we kill each other in the shores of it. That's part of the process. Let Mother Nature do her thing. Let's go on over to the chat. What up, Peppy, Chef Bubs, Sellers, Abia, Beach Bums, Ladever, Shalora, Chef. I thought that spring break in Miami was crazy as a rule. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay, I'll roll with it. Everything that happens in Miami Beach during spring break should be normalized. All right? If you really want to profit, Miami, listen to me. I get it. All right? You want to profit. That's why Miami Beach allowed the curfew to go on until 5 a.m. We're doing a cash grab. All right? Us locals in Miami, don't get stressed out over what's happening during spring break over in Miami Beach. Don't worry about all that, all right? This is our way of making money. Let us make money so our city can thrive. And if a little bit of crime occurs, so be it, okay? Crime, you guys need to understand that crime actually helps cities become a certain way, and it prevents the city from becoming a certain way at the same time. Remember back in the day? Well, I wasn't alive back then. Neither were you, I don't think. But before Miami Beach was before Miami Beach was the way it is today, it was a place for older people to retire. Did you guys know this? Back in the day, older people would come to Miami Beach once they cashed out their retirement. Now, because of crime, there's no old people hanging out in Miami Beach anymore. All right? So you got to look at the upsides of things. If it wasn't for crime, we would still have old people walking around. If you want peace during spring break, go to Naples. Have you been to Naples recently? It's Miami Beach in the 50s. There's yachts, there's fancy restaurants, there's everything that is in Miami, but like the alternate older version, right? So instead of seeing women in bikinis, you're going to see old ladies in bikinis. Instead of luxury restaurants, you're going to be seeing shuck shacks. People still have guns over in Naples too, but they only use it to stand their ground. Okay? They only do it if you step foot in their property. I think that's the only way old white people use their guns. All right? No old white person pulls their gun out in public and starts shooting off into the crowd, unless that person has dementia. All right? Yeah, when I woke up this morning and the news said that there was gunshots in Miami Beach, I'm like, can we please get to the real news? Huh? Is the Russian-Ukrainian war over? What's going on here? Somebody shot into the crowd in Miami Beach. Okay, yes, it's spring break. What else? That's like saying somebody got into a fight. I was alive. I used to jack old ladies' bags. Nick and Gold, what's going on? This is Rosa, Rated. What's going on? All right, so in Miami, if you really want to profit from Miami Beach, here's a couple of ideas that I have in mind. The first one would be, why don't we create like a reality TV show? Mark my words. I guarantee you guys that in the future, based on what spring break is becoming in the city of Miami, I believe that in the future, there's going to be television shows based in Miami based in Miami during spring break. All right, you know how like in the 80s, it was like Scarface, it was Miami Vice. Miami's going to make a big comeback, and the main theme is going to be spring break. Hell, even the new Grand Theft Auto can, theme the entire video game of you being a vigilante or whatever in Miami Beach during spring break. I mean, imagine all the stories that would come from that. There would be drugs, there would be women, there would be parties, there would be money. There would be so many things happening at the same time. That's what we're known for during spring break. That's the reason people come here. Or even better yet, like the show Euphoria? I bet there's going to be a show like that about people in Miami Beach during spring break. because of all the themes that we enjoy watching. Why don't we make a Scarface sequel based in Miami Beach? Hey, you know what? That's a great idea. Let's make a Scarface sequel. You get Al Pacino, and then he's out there in Miami Beach. I don't know what happened to my city, man. But somebody needs to come here. Yo, Elliot, what's going on? Yeah, make a Scarface sequel and make it of Al Pacino trying to reclaim the city. All right? Say hello to my little friend when some guy tries shooting into the crowd. Say hello to my little friend and start shooting. I don't run, man. Okay? I'm not afraid. I run this city. Oh, yeah, didn't he die in the first movie? All right, let's say it's a multiverse version of Scarface. Hey, if Spider-Man can bring 3 characters back to life, we can bring Scarface back to life in part 2, okay? All right? Multiverse is one of the big things that we talk about in Marvel movies. Why don't we bring it into gangster movies too? All right? Al Pacino didn't die at the end of Scarface. That was just a hologram. Another thing we can do, why don't we do a reality television show where you get a bunch of people, they're all in an Airbnb, and they are in Miami Beach, right? In an Airbnb in Miami Beach, and they try to interact with each other, they try to interact with the city, and then you know how the ratings would spike if somebody died on an episode of that reality TV show? Somebody would come home from a night of party and be like, we lost Mikey, dun, dun, dun. And then it would cut into like a commercial, right? Maybe you could sell travel packages, right? Sponsored by Melena's Travel Packages. If you want to go to Miami Beach this year during spring break, call us up. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going all over the map talking about this thing. Spring break is normal, okay? Just the same way that in Spain they have the running of the bulls. It's the same way we can enjoy somebody running away from someone shooting into the crowd, right? It's like our version of running of the bulls. We need to normalize these things. These are all normal activities that happen in the city of Miami. Audrey, Fufu, Florida. Jesse, what's going on? Eddie Thana, Jogue, MGJ. All right. Sorry. I really believe that this is going to be, this is not going away. So if spring break isn't going away, we really need to capitalize on this, as a community. For those that are local, don't get stressed out. I really think this is for the better of the city. People would covet our city more. We end up on the newspapers more. And then where people say, I live where you vacation, we can double down and say that more often. At least I'm not getting shot. I was like, we don't really go to Miami Beach, sweetheart. We are enjoying the weather in more safer locations. Because that's what people think Miami's like. People see Miami Beach and they think that's Miami. It's like, no, that's the virtual Miami. That's like the Miami where we put everybody in confined spaces so that they don't come to my neighborhood. Hey, everybody coming to Miami during spring break, come here. All right? Come here because we don't want you here. Okay? We want you over there. That's why we have a bridge going to Miami Beach, is to confine all that craziness over there in the mainland. That's where the real Miamians hang out. We're stuck in traffic. Okay? We attend our local Flanagan's bar because it's one of the best family-owned restaurants in the world. All right? You could bring your family to Flanagan's, and you can get drunk in front of your kids and in front of other people's kids at a Flanagan's. All right? All you people that dine in those fine luxury restaurants inside of hotels, you do that over there. Don't bring that to my neighborhood, bringing up my prices. Okay? So in reality, guys, my point is this. Normalize spring break in Miami Beach and leave it all there. Leave all that stuff there. And then we can watch from afar, and we can enjoy television shows, and we can see things, on HBO Max, like an episode of the spring break edition of whatever the hell. And we enjoy it. And then Miami just becomes a better and better city. We're making money. People covet us. We're fly. We could take photos, right? People don't know where. As a matter of fact, don't tell people. Don't tell people we're not violent. Tell people we're violent. Tell people it's expensive. Tell people all those things. Live up to the hype. And then what it'll do is it'll help you raise up your reputation. It'll make you seem like a more advanced person. Yeah, people are getting shot in Miami Beach, but I'm still standing. You know why? Because I'm the man. All right? All right, Chef says, don't mind the tourists, but too many people moving here. Nicole Arlene, what's up? Got the mojo, what's going on? It's Humberto. Spring break in Miami, great weather, awesome nightlife, and chances of getting shot. People get excited when they hear gunshots, man. You know? Over in Miami Beach, everybody pulled out their cameras. They're like, ooh, I can't wait to post this. It's a social media moment, okay? It's a social media moment. The same way people take photos in front of monuments and the same way people take photos in front of statues and on top of the Grand Canyon, is you pull out your camera and you start recording video of gunshots in the crowd, and people are like, oh, my God, where are you? I'm in Miami, bitch. We out here. We surviving. That's part of the process that is Miami. By the way, before I continue, I want to say thanks to Peppy Cool for getting a badge. Appreciate it. Financial freedom. One badge at a time. What's good, bro? What's going on? So we can capitalize off Miami Beach. Spring break is a cash grab. Chef says, I don't, we've talked about this a few times. Don't mind the tourists, but too many people moving here. It's just part of the process, man. It's all part of the process. This is what we need in order for us to advance as a community in the city of Miami. We need new faces, all right? We need new faces. We need to start getting used to inflation prices, which is already happening. If you already have a place in the city of Miami, congratulations. You're like the future generation of wealth. You can give that to your children. Okay? There's a lot of good opportunities that are occurring. A lot of people just see the bad, right? Oh, there's gunshots. Oh, there's drugs. Oh, boy, there's too many people moving in here. Oh, the prices are too high. But what does that mean for you as a local? That means you have access to the best drugs, okay? You have access to the most beautiful women from all over the world because they're moving here. And if you're a lady, you can party hard, right, if you're into that kind of thing, which I hear you guys are. You have lots of options to party, okay? You have, I don't know, man. We have great weather. It's just like there's just so much in the city, and it's so small. So only the few get selected to live here. If you can afford it, if you can survive it, if you can thrive in it, guess what? Evolution is working in your favor, all right? And as an entrepreneur, not to go too far into this because this is a comedy podcast, okay? But as somebody that started a business here, let me tell you guys this. There's a lot of opportunities for people in business here, all right? Especially if you're innovative. If you try to copy someone, maybe not so much. But if you're trying to be innovative and doing something different than the way things are, you're most likely going to make a difference because Miami needs it. Miami is kind of like Miami's moving forward, but the mindset is still very, very traditional. I think like 99.9% of the people in Miami are still in the confines of the identity that is Miami. And the 0.01% that are moving Miami forward, they're the ones doing it big, right? Like if you do some sort of innovative company, if you do some sort of, tech, maybe a website, there's just so much opportunity for growth in this city. You'd be surprised. All right, very few channels are promoted here. Very few. There's only like 5 good projects in the city of Miami on social media, for example, that really identify with the city and all that good stuff. So what I'm trying to get at is this: if you got a good idea in the city of Miami, go out and do it, man. Everybody's got their eye on Miami right now. We're popping. Okay, we were free during the pandemic. Everybody here is doing their thing. We've been doing our thing for those that have lived here, for like a couple of decades now. Right now, the question is, what are you going to do? Right? You got a lot of tourists here. The prices are going up. The ladies are looking fine. I actually want to invest in a yacht. You know why? Because if the floods come, I'm going to be the one living in it. I don't really, you know how a lot of people say investing in a yacht is not a good idea? Not if you live in Miami. Not if you live in Miami, because in Miami, the seawater levels are rising. You can't deny it. Okay, every time it floods in Brickell, you got to go out there with the canoe. But if you own a yacht, that is a home for you, right? It's almost like you're investing on a future home. A yacht can be the next big move in the city of Miami. The same way Miami coin was going to be the next big move and it flopped, it's the same way you can expect the floods to come and investing in a yacht. Manny, what the hell are you doing buying a yacht? You can't afford that. Oh, well, according to my credit score, I now own it. But I own $1 million. Alex, what's going on? Miss Paula, Turtle, Oscar, AJ Kumar, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the chat. I see some new faces. That excites me. In case you guys don't know, we do this every single day-ish, and we just riff comedy to kind of figure out what the funny is in things. And today, we are talking about normalizing spring break activities, okay? To get back to the point on the crime in spring break, if crime, let's say there wasn't any crime in Miami Beach, hypothetical world, right? If there was no crime in Miami Beach, how would we make the lifestyle that we live? Let's say we got rid of all the crime in Miami, not just Miami Beach, everywhere in Miami. I think people would move away. You know, this city's so bland. I'm so bored. All right, there's nothing but old people walking around, right? No parties. I don't think there would be parties. One of the aspects that makes parties exciting is knowing that you can get robbed outside on your way to the car. You know what I mean? I don't know how you ladies do it, but you ladies, when you go to a nightclub, you park your car all the way inside of an alley, like on purpose. I'm going to park my car way in there in the darkness, and I'm going to walk with this fine dress on from that alley into Club 11, walking through the shadow of death in high heels. How do you do it? How do you have the confidence? I wouldn't do that with you, ladies. All right? What up, Air Merce? Welcome back. What's up, literally Miami? Mocha, what's going on? You know? That's what makes Miami exciting, that there's a little bit of a chance that you might get robbed or lose your life. That's what makes it lit. I might die on my way to the car, so I'm going to go hard right now. Somebody get me a bottle. This is my last night alive. I feel it. I feel it. My car is parked behind an alley somewhere, and I feel like my life's in danger. I would never do that. If I went to a party with you girls and you girls parked your car somewhere, I would be like, I'm not getting out of this car. You're getting out of this car. I'm not walking towards the club from here. Oh, don't worry, I got mace. Oh, no, you got mace. You know, you probably don't even know how to use the thing. You probably end up macing me by mistake. It's just spraying everywhere, and then I get maced. Yeah, I don't know. My nightclub days are numbered, all right? I was driving by Wynwood on the weekend, and I saw people walking from 3 blocks away into, I think it was like the Dirty Rabbit. Is that the nightclub over in Wynwood, the Dirty Rabbit? Yeah. There's areas in Wynwood where you shouldn't be around, all right? It's normal. That's normal, all right? That area in Wynwood, do not go in that. Do not park your car there. People will park their car there. And they get out, right? And they get their purses. And they're walking with their high heels. And they're letting everybody in the neighborhood know that they're there. Click-clacking all over the place. And then you got to walk back? Hell no. Hell no. Somebody better get me a drone or something. That's why I want to teleport, man. That's why I want to learn how to be like a superhero for situations like that, where I don't have to like worry about going to a club or paying for parking. I just want to teleport from my house, dress real nice, right? Teleport, and then I'm inside Club 11. That's it. You know what? This party sucks. There's not a lot of fine girls. Let me get out of here. And then you show up at another nightclub, and you show up at another nightclub like that, right? The driving, the traffic, the crime, the robberies, all that sucks. But again, I reiterate, that's what makes Miami amazing. All right, there we go. Uber better drop me at the front door. Hell no. Uber ain't going to do that. You're going to be frustrated in the exact same dangerous block. Just drop me off here. There's a lot of traffic. Just drop me off here. And then you get out, and then you get robbed, and then now you don't have a car, and you don't have a phone to call the next Uber to take you back. All right? So you put yourself in an even worse situation by getting inside of an Uber and expecting them to drop you off at the Wynwood during the weekends. It's just too much traffic, man. It's too much. It's too there's like a gridlock thing, and everybody enjoys that gridlock. Every time I drive by Wynwood, it's at night during the weekend. Nobody moves. It just stays there, and everybody's like normal with that, right? And it's just like you see what the holdup is, and it's like a Cadillac, like a shiny purple Cadillac just parked in the middle of the thing, and everybody's just taking photos. And God forbid you tell him to move, because then he starts shooting into the crowd. You can't have road rage on gridlock. Have you noticed that? Hey, you know what? That's a great point. Have you guys noticed there's never road rage at night in Wynwood during gridlock? No one's ever honking their car. Hey, you know what? That's a really good observation. The next time you're stuck in traffic in Wynwood, in the Wynwood area, notice how nobody is getting angry, because that's not the city to road rage in. That's not the area of the city to road rage in. Everybody chills. Everybody relax. Everybody just sit back. All right? Nobody is doing nothing to get anybody angry in Wynwood. All right. Okay. I think that's enough for today. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming out to today's chat. I really appreciate it. You know, it's a Sunday night. You guys could be doing anything, but here you are with me, listening to me, writing jokes on the fly. Appreciate it. Shout out to Literally Miami. Nate, facts. Hey, there you go. That's what I like to hear. All right. Whenever I come up with an observation, somebody out there is like, that's facts, bro. And I do that. That happens on stage too. You know, I go up on stage. I'm working on some new material, right? I'm trying to find the funny in it. I'm going in. And then somebody's like, yo, man, that's true, bro. You hit the punchline. They don't even laugh. They're just like, big facts, bro. Big facts. Yo, man, that's so true, bro. Like, all right, thanks, man. No, I'm just saying, you're spitting facts. Oh, man. All right, Noelle, thank you all. You the man, your material has unlimited portals. Thank you, truly, man. Hey, finally, people understand what it is I'm doing. I find it funny. Here's what I find funny. Where people don't realize, people just jump in to this thing, and they don't realize that this is writing. Okay, this is me coming up with as much content as I possibly can within a 30-minute window. Okay, this is my way of writing comedy. People come on here and they think like, there's a big production behind it. Like there's a curtain, the curtain rises up, people clapping. Oh my God, it's like Madison Square Garden, but on the internet. Here we go, ready? You know what I was doing before I went on live? I was sitting on this beanbag right here watching Netflix. All right? I went like this. It was 5:55, and I go, yeah. All right, what happened in the news? Somebody got shot? All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2. We should normalize things in spring break. And then every once in a while, something comes out that's good. And I'm like, I'm going to make a meme out of that. I'm going to make a video out of that. And then it's good. So because I look at the chat, I see that you guys appreciate what was written. And I'm like, all right, there's a good meme right there. I'm pioneering comedy, all right? Bottom line. This is the future happening here in the city of Miami. It's kind of discouraging because it's like, he's the bright one, I'm the follow-up. No, not at all, man. This is what the internet is for. You could do it too. All you got to do is click on live, and then you keep doing it until eventually people are like, hey, you know what? He's okay. In the beginning, it wasn't easy. Hey, you know what? I still got time. I'll help you out, truly, man. In the beginning, it wasn't easy doing this, all right? It still isn't, because not only do you have to, if you tell yourself you're going to do it every day, not only do you have to do it every day, But there's people out there that don't understand what it is, this thing, right? So then they'd start telling you like, hey, you know, this isn't comedy, or hey, you know, this sucks, or whatever. Push that to the side, right? That's later on. But in the beginning, when you go live and then like no one is live with you, you're gonna feel weird, okay? But you do it anyway. And then what you do is you practice like that's why I laugh. I realize the reason why I laugh at my own jokes is because sometimes I don't think what I'm gonna say. I just say it first. And then when I say it, I surprise myself. And so I'm like, well, I don't have an audience here. Let me laugh at my own stuff. So what you do is, even though no one's watching, even if it's just one person watching, or if it's awkward when that one person like watches you and then it just goes away, right? You practice doing it over and over until eventually your voice kind of just starts taking the lead of the entire riffing, writing thing. Can I be your sidekick? Absolutely not. All right, that's the last thing I need is somebody going into the chat with me and convoluting me trying to find the funny. All right? There's a lot of haters. Man, he came a long way. He's the best comedian. Thank you, Mocha. I wouldn't say the best, but I would say in Miami, I would say that. Yeah, I'm brave enough to say, yeah, I think in Miami, I'm one of the underrated ones. I'm the ones that people like a certain mindset. Thankfully, the ladies do it. Thank God. Oh, there's nothing that makes me happier than seeing ladies following this account and finding the stuff funny. Because it's like, God forbid, it's like a bunch of nerds be like, yo, you funny, bro. Damn, man, not the Dungeons and Dragons guy. Because I think like your humor, when you do it and then you start like finding an audience, your audience kind of reflects who you are as a comedian. So shout out to all the ladies in Miami for liking this project. All right, you guys, believe it or not, fuel me. You guys are a big inspiration, okay? You know, with your thirst traps. And you oh my gosh, she finds me hilarious. That's awesome, right? Let me try again. It's probably one of the most inspirational things. Just kidding about the thirst trap lady. Seeing people actually finding what it is that you do entertaining. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all. So tomorrow is Monday, obviously. So our show will be at 6 o'clock. Tonight we have a live stand-up comedy show at Tipsy Flamingo, and that show is going to be at 8 o'clock. You can go to miamicomedy.com, find tickets there, make your reservations. We're going to have tourists. We're going to have locals. We're going to have some of the best comedians in South Florida performing. You can network, you can make friends, and of course, you can sip on some delicious cocktails in the process. I hope to see you guys at a show real soon. Thank you once again to all the supporters and all the kind words on the chat. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great Sunday.